It's hard to believe, but we're only 2.5 weeks away from the first annual Slob Olympics. That's right, coming up March 5th, 6th, and 7th in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, the Slob Olympics themselves will be March 6th in Atlanta. Most of us are going up for the weekend, Friday through Sunday. We've talked about this for about a year on this channel and on a lot of other channels too, with the people that are going. In this video, though, I'm going to summarize everything about the Slob Olympics in a short video so people can watch it. They don't have to keep asking the same questions over and over again. Here we go. All the details you need to know for the first annual YouTube or Slob Olympics coming up March 5th, 6th, and 7th in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's go. Yeah, good morning in there, but it's Uncle Lou here. That's right, it's me, Uncle Lou, and guess what? I'm live for you on LouTube today. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it also, and in addition to that as well, subscribe to this channel if you're not already. I post college football videos almost every single day of the year. Some of them are watchable, some aren't. Let me know in the comments section. Either way, it's up to you. Okay, Slob Olympics. Now, we've talked about all of this stuff in detail on various live shows, both on this channel and the other channels of all the people that are coming, but there's not really one video that sort of summarizes everything about the Slob Olympics. So I'm going to title this video something like Slob Olympics Details or whatever, and anybody that asks, whether it's on this channel or on a live show or in the comments section, or if you happen to be in the comments section of another channel and someone asks about details for the Slob Olympics, you can just send them to this video, send them this link, whatever. This is going to be just a quick, brief summary of everything we know so far. Okay. What is the Slob Olympics? Well, last, spring or summer, me and BVD started talking about getting together and hanging out for a weekend somewhere. And that sort of evolved into trying to get a lot of us to get together and hang out somewhere for a weekend. Just kind of a meet and greet type of thing. Try to get a bunch of us together. We sort of all know each other from YouTube, right? But a lot of us have never actually met. And so that was sort of the general idea. And then we said, well, if we're going to do that, why don't we do some kind of competition or something while we're there, something we can video, something we can stream, whatever, that everybody can have some videos to put on their channel, maybe some sort of a competition, right? And that's sort of how the Slob Olympics was born. And that was last spring, last summer. And we've sort of spent the last 8 months or so kind of ironing out the details, coming up with different ideas. Some we kept, some we got rid of. Basically, this is what is going to happen. March 5th, 6th, and 7th in Atlanta, Georgia, the downtown area, the Centennial Park area. A bunch of us, 10 or 12 of us, are getting together, and we're just going to hang out for the weekend. A lot of us are going up on Friday. Some are coming Saturday morning. I'm going up Friday, staying through Sunday. And the Slob Olympics themselves are going to be on Saturday. What is the Slob Olympics? It's a competition between the YouTubers that are going to be there. Some of these competitions are going to be physical. Some of these competitions are going to be mental. I've got the list of competitions here. There's 10 total competitions that we're going to do. At the end, we'll crown a Slob Olympics champion. Now, who all is coming to the Slob Olympics? Well, I'm going to do my best in this video to name everybody I know that's coming, that's competing in the Slob Olympics. Now, we hope a lot of you will come. If you have a YouTube channel, you're welcome to come and participate in the Slob Olympics. If you don't have a YouTube channel, come and hang out with us for the weekend. Give you a chance to meet some of the YouTubers that you've been watching on YouTube for a while. Here's the contestants, as far as I'm aware. And if I leave someone out, it's not intentional. I've made a couple of different flyers over the last year and to show during the live streams, and I always list some names on there, and it never fails. I leave one or two names off. It's not intentional. I hate even naming the people because then you left me off. So it's not intentional. But to the best of my knowledge, here's who's coming. Me, Uncle Luke, Pete, BVD, Carter, D4 Sports, Chess Hall, Lawtide, Sea-Dog Morgan, Mike Vick, Jesse J, Celine Driver, and Kevin. I think in the comment section he calls himself Kevin Dog for Life, maybe. I might not be getting that exactly right. That's who I can think of off the top of my head that all within the last week have confirmed they're coming. Now, a lot of these people have had hotel rooms booked for, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. I know they're coming. Some of these people sort of more recently have decided to come. And there may be more people that decide to come between now and March 6th when the actual Slob Olympics is held. But to the best of my knowledge, that's the list of who is coming to compete in the Slob Olympics. Again, we invite anybody to come. If you live in the Atlanta area and you want to come hang out with us for the weekend, a lot of us are staying at the Embassy Suites in downtown Atlanta, right next to Centennial Park, right across the street from the College Football Hall of Fame. If you're familiar at all with the Atlanta area, you know the area I'm talking about. The aquarium is there. The World of Coke is there. Centennial Park is there. The Ferris Wheel, College Football Hall of Fame, right there in that area. There's a bunch of hotels in that area. I'm staying at Embassy Suites. Several of the other people on this list are staying at the Embassy Suites, but there's a lot of different hotels around there if you want to come stay for the weekend. If you want to stay close to that area, you'll be close to where we're at. The Slob Olympics themselves, okay, a lot of us are going up on Friday. Some are coming up Saturday. The Slob Olympics itself is going to be on a Saturday. Opening ceremonies for the Slob Olympics are going to kick off promptly at 11 a.m. And there's a reason we have to start this thing on time because one of the events takes place inside the College Football Hall of Fame, and the College Football Hall of Fame on that day, Saturday, closes at 5 p.m. So here's the list of events that we have. Okay, we haven't decided on an order that the events are going to go in other than the last event because, like I mentioned, it takes place inside the College Football Hall of Fame, so it only makes sense to have it last. We have 10 events, and there's a scoring system, and I'll tell you the scoring system after I run through the events here. So, like I said, some of these events are physical, some are going to be mental. The 40-yard dash. I mean, it just makes sense, right? If you're going to have any type of college football YouTuber get together that involves any kind of physical competition, 40-yard dash is sort of a universal measuring stick that, everyone uses regardless of what level of football maybe you played. You talk about the combine to run a 40-yard dash there. It just makes sense to do that. So we're going to have the 40-yard dash. We're going to have a shoe throw in honor of Marco Wilson and the idiotic play he made for the Florida Gators against LSU in that game in the end of the season that Florida ended up losing. We're going to have a shoe throw. A couple of things on the shoe throw. It's for distance only. We're not concerned with accuracy in the shoe throw. It's purely for distance. And each competitor is responsible for bringing and providing his own shoe. That adds a little bit of strategy into it, I think. Certain shoes maybe will go further than others. For example, a tennis shoe is liable to go further than a flip-flop, right? So you get the idea. So everybody will be bringing their own shoe. That's part of the strategy, part of winning this event. Shoe throw for distance. We're going to do an IQ test. Don't know exactly which one we'll use. We looked into doing the Wonderlic test, but most real Wonderlic tests online that I was able to find, you have to pay per test, and it was just a big rigmarole, whereas with IQ tests, there are literally hundreds of them available online for free. We'll pick a random one. Everyone's going to do the same IQ test. I'll have a laptop. I'm sure other people might have laptops too. We'll set the laptop up. We'll decide on an IQ test to take at random so no one can practice it a million times or whatever. And one by one, we're all going to sit down. We're all going to take the IQ test with one person standing there as a witness to the score, and we'll tally them up. An IQ test. We're going to have a spelling bee, and it's going to start on a 5th grade level. Now, a lot of people seem to misunderstand a 5th grade spelling bee. If you've seen the spelling bee on TV, the 4th grade to 5th grade to 6th grade spelling bee, whatever it is, look at some of the words they ask those 5th graders to spell. It's no guarantee that just because we're starting at a 5th grade level with this spelling bee, that everybody's going to make it out of the first round. There are plenty of words that fall into that 5th grade spelling bee category that I know for a fact I can't spell. So we're going to start on a 5th grade level. We're going to whittle it down until we, we'll move up in difficulty as we need to. We don't want the spelling bee to last 2 hours or anything like that. So if we need to then go up to a 6th grade level or a 7th grade level, we will. Again, sort of like the IQ test, there's all kinds of spelling bee lists available online, and you can break it down by grade level. So it's very easy to find just a list of 5th grade spelling bee words, and we'll have a neutral party that will be looking at the list. They'll call out the words. We'll be lined up in a random order so no one knows what word they're getting or anything like that, and we'll whittle it down to a winner in the spelling bee. We're going to do a push-up competition. We went back and forth on a couple of different ways to do it, and what we decided on was how many push-ups can you do in 60 seconds. So maybe somebody gets up to 30, 40, 45, 50 push-ups in a minute. Maybe some people struggle to get to 5 or 6. We'll see. You'll be scored. How many push-ups can you do in 60 seconds? We then have a football throw, and this is going to be for accuracy. So whereas the shoe throw is purely for distance, The football throw, we're going to agree on a distance that everyone can throw, and we're gonna do this competition based off of accuracy. So the suggestion has been made maybe to throw the football into a trash can in honor of the 2016 Tennessee team where they're running around with the trash can, or the 2017 team, whichever, I think it was 2017 team, running around with the trash can on the sidelines. But we'll figure that out when we're up there. Football throw judged for accuracy. A cornhole tournament. One of the competitors, Slim Shady Kane, shout out to you, Slim. He's bringing a set of cornhole boards, I guess they're called, that he got as a gift. They're Miami Hurricanes cornhole boards, but nevertheless, that's neither here nor there for the purposes of this conversation, though. But he is kind enough to bring those up to Atlanta for the weekend. We'll set them up, and we will have a cornhole tournament and whittle that down to a winner. Rock, paper, scissors tournament. Now, this will be amazing. Believe it or not, there is strategy involved in rock, paper, scissors. I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. That's for me to know and the other Slob Olympians to try to figure out. But we're going to have a rock, paper, scissors tournament. It's the 8th event. The 9th event, I don't know what the name of this is. You know the game that a lot of times you play at a kid's birthday party or something where you basically take a baseball bat, you set it on the ground, you put your forehead on top of the baseball bat, and you have to spin around in a circle like 10 or 15 times, and then you have to go do something. We're doing that. I don't know yet what the something is you'll have to go do. Maybe it's run a certain distance, touch something, and run back. Maybe we'll figure that out. But I think you know what I'm talking about. But you just put your forehead straight down, you bend over, put your forehead on top of the baseball bat, and you have to spin around the baseball bat 10 or 15 times, which of course makes you dizzy. And then you got to go do something, and it'll be timed or whatever it is, and we'll, of course, crown a winner for that. The 10th and final event, and again, this is the order of the events, I don't know. This is just the order I wrote them down in, but this will be the last event, though, inside the College Football Hall of Fame. For those of you who have been to the College Football Hall of Fame, you know you walk through the exhibits, sort of working your way from top to bottom, and when you get to the end, you go through these doors, and it's sort of this indoor, almost like a indoor practice facility, almost. There's some AstroTurf. They've got some tackling dummies in there. They've got some throwing challenges you can do. One of the things they have in there is an actual uprights. They have an uprights and a little grassy area there where you can kick extra points, field goals, that kind of thing. So we're going to be having a field goal competition inside the College Football Hall of Fame. And again, we're going to do the Slob Olympics, then tour the Hall of Fame, that being the last and final event. The scoring. Here's how the scoring will work. I think there's 12 people right now that I mentioned that were coming. Whatever the number is, 10, 11, 12, however many show up, however many competitors we have for the Slob Olympics, any event you win, you will get the number of points that there are competitors. So let's say there's 12 competitors. If you win the 40-yard dash, you get 12 points. If you come in last in the 40-yard dash, you get 1 point. If you come in second place in the 40-yard dash and there are 12 competitors, you get 11 points. So I think you get the idea. 12 if you win, 11 for second, 10 for third, all the way down to 1 point for last. And we'll do that for every single competition up until the field goal competition. And the point system for the field goal competition is going to be, if you make the field goal, you get X number of points. If you miss the field goal, you get 0 points. The idea being, hopefully when we get to the field goal challenge, there will be more than one person that has a chance of winning, right? Maybe you trail the leader by 2 points or 3 points or 4 points. If we make that field goal worth, let's say, 5 points or 6 points or 7 points, whatever we decide on, more people would have a chance then to win the competition heading into the last event, which would, of course, make it a lot more exciting. So the two things I'm not 100% sure on, the order of the events and how many points the field goal will be worth. Lots of people said, oh, I can't Slob Olympics and you're not doing an eating or a drinking competition or what. We decided very early on there was going to be no eating competition. Would it be funny to see somebody like Chess Hall scarf down 30 hot dogs in 10 minutes or something like that? Yeah, it would be funny. We really don't want anybody getting sick, though. I mean, the idea is for everybody to at least be able to complete the events. I think it would be funnier to laugh at whoever comes in last place on the IQ test than it would to laugh at someone who throws up from eating hot dogs and then can't even compete in the rest of the events. So we decided a long time ago that we were going to forego any eating or drinking competitions. Now, After the Slob Olympics are over, that evening, we're all going to go out to eat somewhere in Atlanta. And if there's a couple of people who are smack talking and want to see who can eat a dozen wings the quickest, or who can eat the most amount of wings, or what, if they want to do something like that, just sort of on their own outside of the Slob Olympics, I'm all for watching that. So we'll see if that's what happens. We'll see. That's the details so far. There will be a trophy provided to the winner. What we've decided to do is get the big plaque put on the trophy, but the only thing I'm going to have engraved on it is Slob Olympics champion. Whoever wins the Slob Olympics will get the trophy, and they get to keep it for a year. They can use it in their videos. They can have it in the background. They can show it off on live streams, whatever the case. They're going to take it and get their name engraved on it, and they get to keep that trophy for 1 full year. They then have to show up at next year's Slob Olympics, and that winner then gets to keep the trophy for the second year. They have their name engraved on it, and so the trophy will just get passed around from winner to winner. So yes, the plan is to make the Slob Olympics an annual event every off season. Hopefully it's the type of thing where it gets bigger and better every single year. It's in Atlanta this year because, like I mentioned at the beginning, this was sort of an idea that me and BVD had sometime last summer, I guess it was. And we picked Atlanta just because it was kind of between me and BVD. We really didn't know it was going to grow into the Slob Olympics at the time and become sort of as big as it has over the last year. So we've decided now that we want to try to do this every single year. It won't be in Atlanta every year, though. There are some people maybe that would want to come but can't travel the distance to Atlanta from where they live. Makes sense. So we're going to do this every single year. Next year it'll be somewhere different. I have no idea where it'll be in 2022. I have no clue. We'll figure that out sometime in the next 3-4 months or whatever into the summer after we get the first Slob Olympics under our belt here. But the winner will get to keep the trophy for 1 full year, get their name engraved on it. They just have to make sure that trophy gets to the Slob Olympics next year. If they're unable to come, get it to somebody who is coming, mail it or ship it to somebody who is coming, whatever. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope a lot of you can come and hang out with us. We'd love to see you. If you can't come and stay the weekend and you live close enough to drive into downtown Atlanta Saturday morning. The opening ceremonies, the Slob Olympics starts at 11. I'll be up way before that. Come drink a cup of coffee with me at the hotel, whatever. Come hang out with us. We're going to have a good time. Like I said, a lot of people ended up coming, which is good. We start these things and everybody's like, oh yeah, that's great. I want to come. And then it comes time to come and everybody's like, oh, I can't do it. This and that and that. It looks like it looks like 12 people are going to show up. 12 Slob Olympians are going to show up to compete. And I think that's pretty good. And like I said, I think most of you watching this video probably know who all those people are. If you don't, you've probably at least heard of them, maybe seen them in comment sections. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoy if you're able to come. If not, I hope you enjoy the videos to get uploaded. I'm sure a lot of it will be live streamed. I don't know how much of it will be live streamed. I know all of it will be recorded. You got 12 YouTubers standing around doing Slob Olympics. They're all going to have cell phones and cameras. Sure, it all gets recorded and eventually uploaded to the different channels. As far as a live stream, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I wanted to make this quick video just to sort of get all the information out there so we don't have to keep answering the same questions over and over in the live streams, or maybe you asked a question and I don't see it, so I don't answer it. And again, if you see anyone asking about the Slob Olympics on this channel or one of the other channels of the people that's coming, feel free to share this video with them, point them this way. I did my best to try to include all the pertinent information in this video. March 5th, 6th, and 7th, Atlanta, Georgia, the Centennial Park area. The actual Slob Olympics themselves are on March 6th. They start at 11 a.m. Come hang out with us. We're going to have a good time. Have a good morning.